Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out with Ted Cheeseman. Ted, we're just 2 days away now from your European Super Welterweight title challenge, Sergio Garcia. How's camp gone, and now you're in the final week? What sort of things will you be doing?
Camp's gone really good, and as you say, it's the final week. Camp's done. I mean, everything's done. There's no more work to be done. It's all about just eating and drinking right, making sure I make the weight for Friday, and that's all. It's all done now. Everything went well. I mean, I'm sparring really good, peaked perfectly for this fight, and I can't wait for Saturday night.
How do you manage to relax in the final days leading up to a contest? Like, it must be going round and round your head, tactics and what's going to happen on the night. So how do you switch off?
Do you know what? I think I'm one of them fighters now. I know all the hard work's been done. I ain't made no mistakes in camp. Do you know what I mean? Not made no mistakes, but I've done everything what I meant to have done. There was no slip-ups or nothing. Do you know what I mean? I've sparred all the runs I've needed to spar. I've run all the runs I needed to run. Done everything, not cut no corners. So in my head, mentally, I'm ready. I'm just relaxed now. I can't wait to get in there and do the business Saturday night.
Since we last spoke to you a few weeks ago, have you been able to see a bit more of Garcia, like on tape or whatever? I know it's not easy to find lots on him.
No, I've watched a few of his fights that are on YouTube. But obviously, it's one of them things, you can't take a lot from what you watch. Just when you get in there with the opponent, obviously, you can look at certain things and look at certain attributes and weaknesses. But the thing is, Garcia's 28-0. On paper, it looks great. On video, it don't look the greatest. It looks sort of like a perfect fight for me. But we'll see Saturday night. You don't know until you're in the ring with someone.
A lot of people have been talking about your world title aspirations, because you said in the last interview we did, once this fight's out of the way, you see yourself as not being far off a world title shot. Is there any specific champion or title that you're targeting?
To be honest, there never has been a specific one, because obviously all the champions, I feel that they're all beatable. Do you know what I mean? None of them's a Canelo or a Mayweather. Do you know what I mean? But looking at it from the outside, obviously, when I've spoke to you from last and keep looking at it, and obviously as a fighter with aspirations, as I say, you're always looking what option you could maybe look at. And I've seen Jamie Munguia has been fighting on Dazan quite a lot. He's a young unbeaten fighter. I'm a young unbeaten fighter. If I come through Saturday night, surely it's probably an easy fight to be made. Do you get what I mean? He's Dazan, I'm Matchroom. So, and I'll be happy to travel out to America to go and attempt to win a world title against Jamie Munguia. Do you know what I mean? I'll be confident to do that. But obviously, it's what options he's got, what options I've got. I've got to come through Saturday night first, but obviously I'm highly confident of doing that. But that's sort of things I'm looking at.
We saw in Jamie Munguia's last fight that when he's up against someone strong who's got the ability to push him back, he's not necessarily as effective than when he's pushing them back. Is that something you'd have to take into consideration when you go in there? I mean, it's kind of your natural style on the front foot anyway.
Yeah, I think the thing is as well, I don't know, I think he was trying things out on that fight, do you know what I mean? I don't think it was just that the other fellow was strong and he couldn't push him back. I think he was trying things out. He's been with a new coach for the last year or something, and they're practicing things. But I think, obviously, Jamie Munguia is a very big light middleweight. He's a very strong light middleweight, but he ain't the best technical. So as much as we'd meet in the middle and square on, I just fancy that I would have a bit more trickiness in my brain and a bit more tactics to know how to beat him instead of just bullying way through. I would pick shots and take my time and use my footwork a bit more with him than what he does. I think he's got one style. You see, the other day on the back foot, he didn't look the greatest. Obviously, he's still working on stuff. He's only 22. I'm only 23. But like I said, it's a perfect fight for both of us. So if I come through Saturday night, I'd love to go and get a fight against him.
Bring it back to Saturday night, which I appreciate you doing, which saves me the job. Sergio Garcia, people who haven't seen you fight before, and that's unlikely, but if they haven't, what can they expect from this fight?
They're going to, hopefully, a dominant performance. Me bullying Sergio Garcia, making the fight the way I want it to be, and hopefully getting him out of there in the end.
Brilliant. Well, we wish you the very best of luck.